Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. Let's see. I'm going to go that way. It is Friday, I think, yeah, it's the 20th. 20th of March. There are, it's all 20s. 320, and they're running 20,000 CFS of water today, just like they were yesterday. It's pretty chilly out today. It's supposed to get down in the 20s tonight. You know, it's cloudy. Hopefully it's not going to get down in the 20s like they think. Save some of the fruit trees around here. It's been an interesting day. Quite a few people out fishing, actually. Most people have been coming up here and fishing white jigs and shad flies and doing pretty good. Not catching a lot of fish, but the fish they're catching are real nice rainbows, you know, between 15 and 19 inches. Hadn't heard of any fish over 20. But especially this morning, there was lots and lots and lots and lots of shad in the water coming over the dam, over the spill gates, and the report is this afternoon there's not as many coming over. I am sitting just below Andy's house, below Lookout, and I'm gonna throw, I'm in an eddy right along the bank here. Just above me is a whole lot of trees and stuff that's blocking the current. I can swing without knocking anything off. There you go. That's what's above me. There's Andy's house up there on the right. And I'm going to drift. I got pink and chartreuse, pink and cerise San Juan worms, and I've got some scuds rigged up to drift on the bottom too. But before that, I was going to throw this white 1/8 ounce jig out here. I've got current out in front of me, not real fast current. The real fast current's out in the middle and over at the other side. And I thought maybe there'd be a fish or two here looking for a shad flowing by. Then we'll get out and drift for just a little bit. All my equipment survived the rain from yesterday's one cast. My audio equipment, I'm not sure why my mic system shut off, maybe because it was wet. But my iPhone did not survive. It was doing a lot of funny things when I came in last night, and one thing, it wasn't charging, and my home button wasn't working at the bottom of the phone. Well, I figured out there's a setting that you can have a little digital home button pop up if you need one. But the problem was it was not charging, and I went to get a wireless charger, and they don't make them for a 7 iPhone, or iPhone 7's not made for wireless charging. No fish on a cast. So I went and bought a new iPhone. And I was kind of in a panic because we had a lot of guests that were concerned about the water even coming up further and getting their boats out in time. And so I needed to have my phone with me to get that notification from the Corps. So, oh, there you go. So I was pretty nervous there. My phone, pretty much, it was dead when I brought it in last night almost, so. You find out real quick when you don't have your iPhone, or don't have your phone, and you're in kind of in a position we are in and getting a lot of information on our phones all the time as far as flows and stuff. Yeah, you can see. You see that? Got a belly. This might be just fun sitting here. I think I see a shad up there on the water. They were coming by our dock this afternoon like crazy. I mean, this morning. Oh, I just had another one. This is cool. We had some people leaving tomorrow. That couple from Oklahoma City that got in on that real good shad bite a couple of days ago, where they would just throw out and catch a fish. Just crazy fishing. And I said that's kind of what you live for is that shad bite, where you're out there when there's just enough shad to get those fish feeding, but there's not too many shad to where they won't bite. They're full. And it's pretty cool to do that, be out there catching. And they're almost all nice fish. Another one. This was really an afterthought. I just happened to bring a rod with a white jig. I thought maybe I'd work a few eddies after I'd made the drift. Oh yeah, another big tank. Oh, look at all the shad he's spitting out shad, flopping around. What got in there? Look how fat he is. Crazy. Oh, this is fun. Last cast. I really need to see if they're gonna hit this obviously they're hitting a white jig, but I really want to see if they're gonna hit that scud or that San Juan. He hasn't found many shad yet. That was close. That was real close. Sorry, I got to do this one more time. How many is that in a row? 2. It does seem like they want it on the bottom. If I don't throw it up far enough, it doesn't get down there. I guess they don't want to swim up to eat anything. Okay, let's get out and drift a little bit. I mean, for some people it was pretty tough today, so, you know. Okay, here we go. not going to get out here too far. I don't want to be in the middle. I want to be a little bit on the shallow side, but not too far. Bleeding. I've got a double, a pink and a cerise worm on. I have a 3/8 ounce weight. I could be drifting a shad fly, but like I said, I really want to see if they're going to hit this. Typically, when we have this high water, they will hit a scud really well because the increased current will actually roll the gravel on the bottom and dislodge those bugs from the gravel. I am feeling the bottom now. I'm going to drift this for a little while, and then I'll change to the scud. I sanitized my hands before I came out. Here we go, I'm bumping pretty good now. Tell you, after this weekend, there are not many people going to be on this lake, because we're pretty much empty after tomorrow. And I'm not sure when we're going to have guests again. I'm a little surprised I hadn't got a bite or caught a fish. Let me check for moss. No moss. Kind of what I thought. You know, like I said, the current's rolling that gravel, and it's also cleaned the lake out as far as a lot of moss that was on the bottom. Beaver Lake, I'm not sure if it's crested yet, but it was like 1130.3 or 4. 1130 feet is their flood pool, so they're into their flood pool. They're running 10,000 over their gates like we are, 7,000. Yeah, 7,000. And about 4,000 through their turbines, so they're running 10,000 CFS. And I guess they're keeping up with the inflow. Table rock's still rising pretty good. Anywhere from well, not quite a tenth of a foot an hour. Pretty close. Got a north wind blowing me up lake. Okay, give this a couple more, in fact, I probably ought to change. I'm giving this pink worm long enough. Try a scud. This was really one of the hot flies before all the rains. I have two number 12 gray scuds. Same rig, same weight. Come around that corner and that wind really picked up. Planning on doing this down through the Narrows. I would think that they're going to run this 20,000 for 5 or 6 days at least. I would think, I would hope. They need to get the lakes down before the next round. This is March 20th. We've still got 6 more, 7, maybe 8 more weeks of spring rains. And I'm pretty concerned. I'll try something. I would not suggest doing this at home. I didn't throw this white jig out very far. I was just going to drift it. A very good chance of losing the white jig. Basically bumping bottom with a hook. That's all right. I'm going through the narrows now. I got a feeling I got some moss on this. Probably on both of them. Yeah, I got a little moss on the jig. I'm afraid I got a bunch on the scud. It's not bumping very hard. Oh yeah. Well, the flies are pretty clean. Not clean enough. You could really get away with using a number 10 or number 8 scud, a bigger scud than what I'm using, what you normally use, because it goes by them so fast that the size isn't going to scare them, and they might even see it a little better if it's bigger. That wind is cold. I'm not buffing bottom like I should. Well, there we go. I'm gonna go till I drop off this flat. Pretty good chance of picking up a fish right here on the where it drops off in the deep water. We'll see. I haven't seen one shad while I've been out here, so don't ask me what the rhyme and reason is for those shad coming over the top, over the floodgates, and not. You know, it could be wind. I have no idea how many days we had floodgates last fall, this winter, and very few shad, and then all of a sudden they're just pouring through. Okay, I'm in the deep water now, so nothing on the drift. Well, I'm glad I threw a white jig up there. Totally boring. Huh. Well, now I know what not to or what to tell people not to do. I don't have to tell people about that spot. That's a good spot. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks. I'm not sure what all to say about the shutdown and everything, you know. Just to seek the Lord. That's all I can say, you know. Now that you have a lot of time, your heart's in the right place. The God's who you need to turn to, you know, and He's good. Thanks.